Hey guys, winter is coming to an end and it is time for some open water fishing. So let's put all our cold weather gear away, get our warm weather gear out, and let's put this Garmin ice bundle on our boat. So this comes with a Garmin tube handle that's really cumbersome. I've replaced that with Summit Fishing's telescoping pole, and we're gonna put this on the boat. Now, in previous episode, I showed you how to mount this unit on the trolling motor. This year, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna mount this pole up here on the side of the boat, separate from the trolling motor. So these are the items that I had to purchase from Summit Fishing. This plate is called a stabilizer plate. I think it's around $30. And then what I did is I bought the boat mount kit, which they have several varieties depending on what type of boat's rail system you have and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna bolt this directly to the side rail of my boat. I don't have a rail system. I do have a metal pole, but I'm gonna go around that. So depending on your boat, they have all the options, and you just have to look through their website boat mounting options and choose which one will work for you. So like I said, I got this stabilizer plate, 30 bucks. I can't remember how much the boat mount cost. I think it was around $120 or something like that. But what it consists of is this part, which connects to the pole that you already have. If you don't already have the Summit Fishing pole, you're gonna have to purchase that as well. But this comes with a ram ball already attached to it. This comes with a 9-inch ram mount. That's what I chose. It comes with 2 collars and then another ram ball. And I've already attached that to this stabilizer plate. So this is the Garmin ice bundle I used all during ice fishing season. It's got the LVS 34 transducer. It's got the 93 SV head unit from Garmin. And then of course the LiveScope black box and battery. It's all in one bundle. It's really handy. Was very good this ice season. If you don't have the ice bundle, you can still take the components and build them all together, and you can put them into a Summit shuttle. Summit Fishing also makes a shuttle, they call it, to put all this stuff together for ice fishing as well. The thing I also purchased is the Summit LiveScope pole, and they have one for each type of front-facing sonar. So you want to make sure you choose the Garmin LiveScope LVS 34 stick, because it's just this attachment down here that is different. We're going to just take the ice fishing component off of it, which is basically this whole stopper, and we're going to mount it to the boat. We're going to take apart this pole. So to do that, we need to loosen this handle, pull that off. There's this collar on here, pull that off, and then this comes off as well. One thing that you do need to know, this ball does not come with mounting screws. So I had to get these. They were 10 to 24 by 3/4 inch screws. So I put those on here, or bolts, put those on to mount that. I also had to come up with a couple bolts, carriage bolts, to mount this plate. So I went with, I think they're 1.5 inch bolts and washers and nuts for that. The other ram mount comes already mounted. So let's put this pole together. First, we put on one of these collars and just get an Allen screw. I'm not sure about the height, so I'm just gonna barely tighten that. Next is the boat mount part. And I'm not going to tighten that at all either. Not yet. There's another collar that goes on top of that. Try to get these both lined up the same way. And then our handle goes on top of that. You always want to have your handle pointing the direction of your transducer. So we got our parts on. Now we'll be able to adjust these height-wise depending on how they all fit on this as soon as we mount this other part to the boat. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to our channel so you can watch more videos just like this one. All right, this is the 6-inch stabilizer plate. If you get the 6-inch plate, you got to get the 6-inch arm. You can buy a larger stabilizer plate and you have to buy the 9-inch arm. They go together. That's one thing I did not do correctly. So in my initial parts list, I show the 9-inch arm, but I've since replaced that with the 6-inch arm. So now I'm just going to mark these on my boat with the pencil, and we'll drill those holes. I've had to modify the boat a little bit. I had a rail here that I took off that's just been in the way anyway, so that's been a good deal for me. You want to make sure that you have enough overhang so that you're adjusting nuts and things like that aren't going to rub on the boat. So I'm hanging it over by about 3/4 of an inch from flush. Okay, we got that mounted. Now we'll put the arm on. All right, so like I mentioned before, I did the wrong part. This is the 6-inch ram arm. I used the 9-inch in my initial setup. So I've replaced this, and the way this works is it's just got this spring in it, and this is the side that will be disconnected from the plate, and this side will stay connected to the arm. So you just pinch this, opens it up, put it right in that ball. I went ahead and reset up the pole. So it came with 2 of these flanges. It came with this ball mount, and then it comes with the arm. I put this collar on where I want the pole to sit, so it won't go below that. So that's the water depth. And then that's just going to be an extra additional stabilizing component. And then this is going to go up here, and this will tighten up. This other collar keeps that in its correct location. And then, like I said, the side that's open is going to be the side that disconnects from the plate. So I'll squeeze it, put it on this pole, and then I'll put it on here, tighten that up, and everything is perfecto. Okay, so this is how it should look. Notice how it is straight up and down. I would recommend taking an Allen wrench with you for these collars to adjust those for the water depth out on the water on your first trip out. I put it far enough away from my trolling motor so that I don't have interference with the trolling motor. But this thing just spins. Points wherever I want it to look. There's no, this is another thing I mentioned. I want to make sure that there's clearance here by hanging this plate over far enough. When I'm in the boat, I can just reach down, slide it out of here, spin it around, set it in the boat. To deploy it, it's the exact same thing. Snaps right in there. Looking for fish. This thing is a piece of cake to put on. The only trouble I had was modifying my boat, which was not the problem of Summit Fishing. It was just my problem in my old boat. But there you go. Now this year I'm going to do something different. Now this year we're going to do something different. We're going to put this pole and mount. This year we're going to do something different. We're going to mount this pole